Hey guys, MCM Mike here. Welcome back to another episode of the Somnium Files. In the last episode, we completed the Ota route, as you could sort of see in the camera down here, in this little box. We finished the Ota route in its entirety. Then we tried working on this route in the top left. That ended up being locked. But after completing the Ota route, we opened more of the Hitomi route. So this episode, we are gonna jump into that and possibly finish and tie up any loose ends that we have before reaching the true ending of the game. If you're enjoying the series so far, please consider leaving a like on the video or subscribing so you don't miss stream VODs and other gaming content from me. I currently have a video in the works, and I'm working on a little project. I'm not sure if it'll actually happen, but if in the off chance it does, you definitely want to be subscribed so you don't miss that when it drops. So, if you want to chat with me live and you like what you see so far, my Twitch is in the description down below. With that said, let's continue the Somnium Files. So, reopen the Hitomi investigation. Alright, so the Harbor Warehouse District. What happened here? Because I forget what happened on this route.
Have you settled down? The scene is being inspected without you. This time the body didn't disappear. However, you lost consciousness. I didn't expect you to faint. Seeing that corpse must have been incredibly
That's right,
shocking.
We saw Iris's body inside of the
fainting type.
forklift.
I suppose humans are unpredictable. Now that you're back, let's get back to business. You are conscious, are you not? Are you at a loss for words? Date, don't let negative thoughts consume you. Thinking that Iris died because of me. If I never took her to Ota's, this wouldn't have happened. If you truly believe that, then your brain is completely rotten.
Yeah, I feel like Aiba is really not helping us
here.
here.
Corpse, your head became filled with images of blooming yellow dandelions.
What?
Huh?
Oh, you're talking now. Was I correct? If you consider the situation logically, even an elementary school student would understand.
Huh?
Fine. Allow me to pluck some of those dandelions from your mind. I will ask 3 questions. Please answer honestly. First question. The cold storage warehouse was not in regular operation. But even so, the AC was on, and a minus 58-degree temperature was maintained. Why is that?
Let's see, why does the warehouse have to be kept at a freezing temperature? Good question. To preserve something, I would assume.
To preserve something?
Yes. Let us move on to the next question.
Okay, I guess that was the right answer.
There was something strange about the corpse. Do you remember what that was?
There was a blanket over it this time? Yeah, covered by a cloth.
What is unnatural about that?
Well, it wasn't last time.
Isn't it strange? The culprit hid the body because they didn't want it to be found. But then they cover it with a cloth? That implies they thought that someone would eventually find it.
But do you know for a fact that the culprit hid the body? And even if they were responsible,
Why would the
it is
culprit
not
not
uncommon
hide
that
the body?
murderers feel a sudden urge of remorse or pity for their victim.
So the cloth was a sign of pity?
That is a possibility.
Something tells me that the killer would not be like that. I'm starting to think it's the opposite. I was taken out. Maybe it's just a copycat killer for Iris. It was missing its right eye, which we know that the
That
left
is a
eye
unique
is the one
factor.
that's trending here.
But there
Or
was
the
something else.
the left
something more
eye is
peculiar.
the common theme with all the victims. Sitting in the engine compartment? That is kind of
The
strange.
culprit was afraid that the body would be discovered, so they hid it under the hood. But why there? The ocean is right here. If they really wanted to hide the body, they could have put weights on it and sunk it into the water.
As I stated earlier, the culprit may not have hidden the body. And even if they did,
They showed pity by hiding it in the warehouse rather than dumping it somewhere.
better
How would
than
that
the
show
ocean,
pity?
I would imagine.
Did they want them to find it?
Iris's body was completely frozen. The temperature read -58. With Iris's weight... Just wondering, but how much do you weigh?
Don't you know it's rude to ask a lady that?
105 pounds.
I see. 105, huh? It should have taken about 18 hours to freeze solid. But we were...
Wait a moment.
Gee,
Before you draw your conclusion, allow me to ask my final question.
18 hours.
Question 3. 2 days ago, Sunday night, you found a dead body in the cold storage warehouse.
Yeah, you were there.
But afterward, you visited the Sagan household and discovered that Iris was in fact still alive. Why?
Decoy?
You mean...
You've got it.
Did they have a decoy body? I bolted into the warehouse like I was shot out of a gun. Kinda fitting, all things considered.
I don't believe it.
The stomach is swollen slightly.
Swollen?
She appears to have been pregnant.
How?
Do not worry.
Oh.
The uterus does not contain a fetus.
Well, I guess that's better, but
After she was killed.
No, the fetus was not present in her body when she was killed. She must have been killed after giving birth. The distended stomach does not immediately shrink after birth. The expanded uterus takes some time to return to its normal size.
so she was pregnant, had a kid, and then was killed. But if she was pregnant, wouldn't we have known right before she died? Wouldn't the stomach have been swollen? Unless if she had the kid before we met her and after she died?
This evidence makes one thing perfectly obvious.
Something doesn't add up.
This corpse isn't Iris.
Oh, well, that would about
Someone
explain
else.
it.
Which means,
Iris is alive.
Iris is still alive.
not necessarily.
Huh?
She could be alive.
Well, yeah, that's a good
We
point.
haven't confirmed that yet.
Wait, this is probably put here to throw us off so that they could actually get to Iris.
Multiple stab wounds with a single-edged, sharp object to the victim's back. Judging by the size and shape of the marks, the weapon was most likely a kitchen knife.
Mayumi.
This matches what you said on Sunday.
So
It would be
this is the body I
Mayumi by
saw
that
then.
logic. Because as we've apparently established, she's the only one who owns a knife in the entirety of
Is there
Japan.
an estimated time of death?
Impossible to determine. This
How?
body has been completely frozen for at least 10 years.
10 years?
10 years?
No wonder that forklift wasn't
She was killed more than
used.
10 years ago?
Exactly.
Well, that explains a lot now,
Her
doesn't it?
identity is unknown. Her killer is also unknown.
How would the identity be unknown?
But
She's
there is
right
one
there.
likely
You can't just,
suspect.
do an autopsy?
Who?
Let's consider the clues. The scene. Okiura Fishery Cold Storage Warehouse. Sunday night, we saw So here.
Oh, that's right. This is the timeline where So was a suspect.
And there is something else about So Sejima. We witnessed someone similar to Iris being stabbed repeatedly in So's Somnium.
But it wasn't Iris. It was this woman.
That is highly likely.
What we saw was So's memory from more than 10 years ago.
10 years?
I believe that is the case.
Then why does this person look just like Iris? Pink hair and all.
Renju and So?
But we still do not know where Renju is.
That means that we need to talk to.
Sejima.
So Sejima.
Oh, they're not gonna let you, buddy. Yeah, they're not gonna let you talk to Sejima. I mean, come on. First of all, you need a warrant, because Date hates it when people know their rights. And also, even if they are the victim, or the culprit, who's to say they would actually, admit to it? You're just gonna get kicked off the premises again. Mizuki and Ota kept searching for Iris, but unfortunately, they didn't turn up anything. Iris's whereabouts are still unknown. I'm worried about her, but without any leads, we'd just be looking for her blindly. I should focus on the investigation for now. Wouldn't finding her be part of it? Well, actually, no. I guess it wouldn't. Head to So's mansion. This is a mansion,
I thought I
huh?
told you never to show your face here again.
This really is kind of a nice place. Well, I guess it would have to be a mansion to have, first of all, that big stretch of housing and also a big garden like this. I'd love to check out a building like this someday.
I didn't come here for Shoko today. I didn't come here for Iris either. Instead, I'm here for a girl who looks like Iris. Did you kill her?
Date, look.
Thermograph?
I knew it.
Of course.
You killed her, didn't you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I've had enough of your shit, Congressman. You wanted to check on the body of the girl you killed. That's why you were at the cold storage warehouse 2 days ago.
Thing is, why would you keep tabs on a body for that long? It just doesn't make sense. And also, if you keep visiting the body, you're bound to be spotted. Like you were.
Where is Renju Okiura? You know where he is, don't you? You were at an Okiura fishery warehouse for a reason. There's definitely a connection between you two. And that's not all. Number 89 called your secretary. The same number 89 that Renju escaped with. Now tell me, where is Renju?
Suddenly, a gang of bodyguards stormed out of the mansion. In an instant, they surrounded me.
We'd like to ask you to please leave.
Again, don't you hate it when people know their rights? I always thought the music inside the car sounded a bit like
There's nothing we can do.
Fireflies by Owl City. Like at the very beginning it sounded like that.
We were technically trespassing.
You know,
If he had called the police, we would be in a predicament.
I feel like this song could really fit in like a vaporwave aesthetic.
Who would look after Iris then? Do you intend to leave your responsibility with Mizuki and Ota? Calm down, Date. We still have our lead.
We do.
Lead?
Before I explain, we need to discuss the corpse in the cold storage warehouse. Let's give her a name. Because she is frozen solid, we could call her All Ice or Alice. What do you think?
It's a bit morbid to give her a
Alice
name.
and Iris. I believe it fits nicely.
All right, Alice. What about her?
Someone might be able to identify her.
Who?
Allow me to ask you 3 questions.
Answer me these questions
this?
3.
First question. You have seen this corpse more than twice. 3 times, in fact.
We have?
When was the first time?
Oh, the frozen corpse. Because we saw it, let's see, today, Tuesday. We saw it Sunday night, because that's when we spotted Sosajima walking out of the warehouse. Yeah, Saturday, if I'm not mistaken.
3 days ago. Saturday night when I synced at Abyss.
Yes, in the Somnium world. We saw the frozen corpse of a girl.
That's right, we did see that in Somnium.
Who is the girl?
That was under the carousel. Who was the frozen girl we saw in the sink? Alice? I guess.
Now I know. That girl was probably Alice.
Most likely, yes. So we have technically known Alice for 3 days.
Okay, so now we know that Alice was in Mizuki's Somnium.
The final question. In which Somnium did we see Alice?
It was Mizuki's.
My roommate, Mizuki Okiura.
Exactly.
So
You mentioned
Mizuki might
something
know about this
Mizuki's
person.
Somnium being some kind of prophecy. But prophecies are nonsense. Dreams are not made of the future. They are made from
Sweet
the past.
dreams are made of these.
Therefore,
Mizuki has seen Alice before.
there is no other explanation.
Aiba, where is Mizuki now?
Where we went with Iris yesterday, Hitomi Shrine.
The shrine? Why would she be there?
Well, I mean,
Unknown.
Mizuki does believe in that kind of
She
thing.
is supposed to be looking for Iris.
Okay, let's go.
Alright, the Hitomi Shrine. See, every time I see the Hitomi Shrine now, I always think of the Somnium that Iris had that looks like Shovel Forge, where we had to do like that pentagram puzzle.
Date,
Did you find Iris?
if I did, I would have told you already.
She
Right.
sounds like she's seen something. What are you doing here?
Iris used to like this shrine. She told me about all her memories here. We used to come here all the time. You know those steps in the front? We would sit there together and talk about things. Like what gluten-free means, and eyelash extensions, and aerial yoga. And we would talk about all our problems together.
I mean, did they
Sometimes
figure
we
it
would
out? Because
talk
I
late
still
into the
don't know.
So I thought that maybe she'd be here. But it looks like I was wrong.
Where is Ota?
I think he's searching Akihabara right now. Last time he checked in, he said he didn't have anything.
And as if this question has gotten us anywhere before, where is Renju?
I think Iris is with Renju.
With Daddy?
Yeah. mentioned her most trusted person.
Nope,
That's probably Renju.
it's not Renju. It's
Yeah,
not. It's gotta
I
be
remember
number
that mermaid
89.
girl saying something like that.
So is at this point that we have the GPS tracker with Iris, or is that... I don't quite
He was
remember.
looking for Iris.
Oh, he was looking for... Oh, that's right, he was looking for Iris in this timeline.
Does that mean that Daddy is the one who called for Iris?
It could be. So I need to know where he is.
But I haven't been able to get a hold of him.
Let's ask about
Mizuki,
Alice.
I have something very important to ask you.
It's so important that we need to slow down the frame rate. Told Mizuki about the frozen corpse we called Alice.
You've seen her before, haven't you?
She
3
has.
days ago, I saw her in your Somnium. The body of a girl who looks like Iris, Alice. Your dreams are built from your memories. So that corpse... Mizuki, please, answer me. Iris's life is at stake.
Huh? What do you mean?
We're gonna stab her, obviously. Told Mizuki everything. About how Renju ran off with assassin number 89. How number 89 is connected to Sosajima. And that Sajima is linked to Alice's murder.
I need to know everything about Alice.
Maybe Alice was like an
If I
A-set
find out who she
impersonator?
is, I might be able to solve the mystery of Renju and number 89.
Oh no,
And that
A-set
might
wasn't a
lead me
thing
to
10 years
Iris.
ago. I could see agony in her face. The silence lingered. Finally, she steeled herself, lifted her head, spoke.
Okay, I'll tell you about Alice. It was
What's
about
up?
a month ago.
A
I saw
month?
my daddy crying in the president's office at Lemniscape. I was peeking through a crack in the door so he didn't see me. Daddy got up, then got into his car and drove away. I had never seen him like that before. I was curious, so I followed him in a taxi. That led me to the cold storage warehouse. He got out of his car and went inside. I followed right behind him, quietly. Daddy was standing next to the forklift in the back. I hid behind a shelf. I watched Daddy open the hood of the forklift, and then, after a little bit, he left. I wanted to know what he was looking at. I went over to the forklift and I looked under the hood myself. And then,
You saw Alice's dead body.
but at the time, I thought it was Iris.
Well, boy, do we have news for you, pal. What'd you do after that?
The corpse looked exactly like Iris.
It
I
did?
couldn't believe she was dead. I just couldn't. So I went to Iris's house.
Huh? What's wrong, Mizuki?
Iris was alive. I thought I was going crazy or dreaming. I tried to convince myself that it was just a hallucination.
Did you talk to Renju about it?
What do you mean? I couldn't just ask. It would have changed everything. I thought that as long as I stayed quiet, everything would be okay. I didn't see a dead body. I wasn't even at the warehouse. I repeated that to myself over and over and tried to forget the whole thing.
Repressed memories are often the subject of somnia.
That's why Alice showed up during the sync.
Why didn't you call the police?
What was I supposed to do? Daddy would have been in trouble.
So you kept quiet this whole time?
Yeah.
About Okiura Fishery Cold Storage Warehouse.
I actually met with one of the higher-ups at Daddy's company last night. Before
Last
I went
night?
to Matsushita Diner.
Why?
Because you asked about the cold storage. I was curious. I asked around some, and...
I have too many of these.
I found out that Daddy was managing
What's up,
the
Ghost?
warehouse before I was born. After my grandpa died, Daddy took over. In exchange for managing the warehouse, he gave ownership of the company to someone else. I guess he didn't want to let this place go. Or maybe he couldn't let it go. That's more accurate, I think. But I understand why. Inside that warehouse was...
Alice.
On paper, Daddy has nothing to do with Okiura Fishery. Daddy was still managing the warehouse. And he was the only one allowed in there, too. That was part of the agreement when he gave up the company. And the whole thing had to be a secret. He really stressed that point.
F in the chat for me. I got major sunburns and now look like dollar store the lobster. Oh, big F. Oh, that's awful. There we go. F in the chat. That's rough, Ghost. I hope things get better for you. Sunburns are definitely not fun.
Hey, Mizuki. How long was he managing the warehouse?
For 18 years. That's what the man told me.
18 years?
That's exactly
From
how
that
old
long
Iris
ago?
is.
Yes.
That can't be a
I need an
coincidence.
emergency search.
That's how old Iris is.
Missing persons from 18 years ago.
That has to be.
Understood.
That can't be a coincidence.
Huh?
Date, I found her. The girl who
Seems to
looks
lift
like
arms
Iris.
like I move my arms
What's her name?
in Spain with a yes.
Monica Iwai, 19 years old at the time of her disappearance. A graduate of Eitoku High School.
I feel the whole arm thing. The pain in my arm is starting to set in because I just got the vaccine today. I got the first dose. But my left arm hurts a little
Renju
bit.
was my classmate at Eitoku High.
We've
known each other for 20 years now.
Oh, it's all starting to come together now.
When I was young, I lost someone very important to me.
That's who that
Monica
person
Iwai,
was.
My best friend. One of the only friends I had.
Okay, now we're getting somewhere.
Alice is Monica. Hitomi's friend who went to the same school as her and Renju. But why?
Hydrate. Doing the heck and sip.
Monica's body was found just now. But even back then, Hitomi knew. She knew that Monica was already dead.
Friendly reminder to hydrate.
Aiba, where
Big
is Hitomi
appreciation,
right
friend.
At headquarters for questioning. MPD still believes that the body they discovered was Iris.
now? Got it. Contact boss. Have them bring Hitomi to Abyss.
We're gonna sync with
Roger that.
Hitomi. Here we go. Oh, questioning.
You're awfully calm. You saw the corpse of your daughter today. You were called into the station to confirm her identity. And yet here you are, cool as a cucumber. Even though you lost your precious daughter. Shall I guess why?
How can she stay calm? Well, the autopsy. Or shit, wait. Ah, I hit the wrong button.
Monika's body was found her right cause of the murder. She was all
Information on Monica? Yeah, there we go. I thought that music was
Because
Castaways
that
for a
body
moment.
Isn't Iris. And
The
you
music
know
in this game really is
you
good.
serious?
I love it.
Yes. Her name is Monica Iwai. She was killed when she was 19. She went to the same high school as you, and she was your best friend. Isn't that right? Nothing to say for yourself? Hiding
Wait,
something?
Iris
Maybe you
isn't
killed
her
with
daughter.
Renju.
That's ridiculous.
Oh, now you're talking. But we know Renju committed a crime.
There's no way Iris is her
Illegally
daughter.
disposing of a body. And
It
we
would
can
have to be
prove it.
Renju and Monica's daughter. Castaways, we are castaways! It really do be like that, even in a murder setting. Why would Renju be questioned about dumping a body? Well, look at where she was found. In the cold storage warehouse.
The cold storage warehouse where the body was found. It's been managed by Renju Okiura for almost 2 decades now. And witness testimony proves that he knew about the corpse there. And if I'm not mistaken, you knew about the corpse too, Hitomi. You and Renju have been close since high school. It's not too much of a stretch to think that he told you about the body. And I remember you telling me once.
When I was young, I lost someone very important to me. Monica Iwai, my best
Can I
friend.
have a hug? Of course,
One of the only
friendo.
friends I had.
I mean, I could only, like, virtually
How
hug
did you
but,
know that she was dead?
I didn't.
Don't play dumb. I know you're hiding something. You know
That's
what happened 18 years
roughly
ago.
the best I could do.
And you knew she was pregnant. You were her best friend. Of course you would have known. Tell me. Tell me everything.
Date, she's not going to talk.
It's better than nothing.
Simple.
Yeah, I do the best I can. Hopefully I get to see you and the gang again so I can actually hug you guys, because I miss y'all.
Date, I'm sure I've told you enough times by now, but please, come back within 6 minutes.
Alright, time to
I
sync
can't
with
promise you
Hitomi.
that, Pewter.
What do you mean?
I mean, I'm not coming back until I find something.
Date, you can't.
Why not?
You know why.
Because it will take over my consciousness?
Yes.
But if it's only a little...
No, not even a little. If the sync passes the critical point, the damage will be irreparable.
But what does that mean exactly?
Next packs, I'll gladly appear in a vlog, Ghost in Mike vibe. So, the thing with that, I'm not sure if... I'm not sure if PAX East is actually happening this year. It's happening online right now, but I'm not sure if they're going back to a physical thing next year. I could be wrong. But if they are, I will 100% be going. I will tackle hug the same. No, but I really do hope PAX comes back. Because I do miss it. It is a good time.
No.
I'm not hiding anything.
Then let's try it. Let's experiment with my mind. Then we'll know for sure what'll happen.
Fine. I'll just say it.
Yeah?
Pewter, tell him.
Me?
You know more about it than I do.
Oh, secrets.
Well,
Super effective. The sunburns took a bit of ghost hell. Hopefully you won't have a sunburn for that long. Pewter, what are you hiding from us? Team Rocket villain looking ass. What happens after 6 minutes of sinking?
well, first off, 6 minutes is not a hard limit. It could be 7 or even 8.
I don't care about the exact time. I'm asking what happens if you go beyond the limit.
Do you remember the story I told you about the egg?
Yeah, why?
I'm gonna be in Spain without the S for a bit longer than I
If
thought.
you imagine an egg as your
Oof.
consciousness, the
That's like me when I went to
yolk
Mexico.
is what goes into the subject's brain. The white remains inside your shell. If you go beyond the limit, your yolk will not be able to return to its shell.
Because the subject's mind will start to take over the sinker's consciousness, right? I know that part already.
Indeed, but there's more to it. After the yolk is devoured, the egg white is brought through the machine next.
Huh?
And there's more. It's not just the sinker's brain. The same process eventually occurs in the subjects as well. In other words,
So
the entire egg ends up being replaced.
it switches
Mind,
brains?
consciousness, memory, they are traded. Switched.
That could be helpful.
The human brain has what can be understood as a memory limit.
It's like I made a paper and just burning
One
flames.
brain
God
can
really
only
said,
hold
there
one
he is, my
consciousness.
favorite white boy.
And it can only contain one person's memories.
That's brilliant. I love that.
Now you know everything. Talk to the boss.
I was unaware of this as well. This information is not on any accessible databases.
We had to prevent the possibility that the system could be exploited.
Exploited? But
Even if it wasn't you, someone else might try. We didn't tell any sinkers this, including you. Project Sync is a top-secret project. It's a matter of national security. Even sinkers are on a need-to-know basis. Think about it. What if you were kidnapped by bad people who tried to make you talk?
bad people?
A criminal organization, spies from another country, those people. If you blabbed about Project Sync, the entire country might be at risk. You heard it from Pewter. The Sync machine isn't just for entering a person's Somnium. It can also be used to swap bodies between two people. Imagine what this machine would be used for in the wrong hands.
Well, that's why the
That's why I
project is
didn't tell
secret.
you. We
So
can't let
nobody
the
can
secret
know
get
and
out.
abuse that.
Swapping bodies between two people? Trading minds?
I'm simping for a 2D character. Her name is Boss. Same. She honestly be built different.
Remember what I told you earlier?
I mean, come on, with that camera angle, like, they knew what they were
Are you
doing.
listening to me?
Yeah, I got it.
Are you really okay?
I'm fine. Start it.
Understood.
I think she actually has a real name, but I completely forget what it is. They only mentioned her real name like once in the entire story so far. Pretty lady. Oh, apparently Fortnite got leaked. Well then. Let's see, what is Boss's name? Shizue Kuranushi.
I am the god of fire. I burn erotic books with my flames of red-hot anger.
My, how ruthless.
Ow!
Are you okay?
That hurt.
I'll let you read this porno mag if it'll make you feel better.
I will burn it.
I like how
Fog is
even in
making
a
it pitch
serious
black.
situation, they're able to stay, like, goofy for this entire section. Okay, but where are we?
The light over there. Is that a firefly?
Owl City prepared me for this moment.
Somnium scan. Activate.
Yeah, the art style is amazing. The visuals, they go over the top, but it works. Alright, Mental Lock 1, Firefly. Number 2, The Floor. Number 3, The Floor. Oh, there's only 3 this time. Oh, number 4, The Floor. Alright, so we gotta find Hitomi's hidden secret. You would not believe your eyes. This looks like a Slender game.
It disappeared?
No, wait. It might still be nearby.
Alright, so the flower bud. Doesn't seem to be anything else on this map.
A flower bud. I cannot identify the variety.
Smell the flower?
What happened?
It doesn't have any particular smell, but for some reason I nearly blacked out.
Had
Maybe
nightmares
it's
of
poisonous.
Slendy when I was
Be
little.
careful.
Too much for a
What's
little
this?
spooper. I never
Caring
played
words
it,
from
but
you,
like,
Date.
it always did look a
What are
bit
you
weird to me.
hiding?
I remember I went to PAX East and I saw like a Slenderman cosplayer and he was on
A
stilts.
flower bud.
Scared the living
I
shit
cannot
out of me. That was
identify
like
the
one of the
variety.
first things I saw in the morning.
Worship it?
Yeah.
I will pray to it as though I am mourning the dead.
Oh. Well, now that's pretty.
It bloomed a little?
I don't know what caused it, but it's better than nothing happening.
Light it up. There's a few rocks. There's words. I heard the story isn't played a Markiplier fan game. One of the levels was made like the Slenderman games. Oof.
A rock.
It's a shake.
A rock.
Investigate.
This is a simple rock, but
Tried out on live stream I did once because I was playing a Septiceye fan game and the ending was
Is there any
sad.
kind of pattern?
Aww,
no, there does not appear
that's
to
not
be.
fun. Sorry to hear that. Huh, we didn't get a timey this time. Hole in tree.
A hole in a tree. I may be able to fit inside.
Peek inside.
I cannot see anything. It is unnaturally dark.
Did you notice anything?
I did hear the faint sound of the wind.
It must be hollow on the inside.
5 minutes left, Date.
Going to therapy. That's nice. So happy to hear that.
A rock.
I need to get a therapist.
Do what?
Just try.
Understood.
Yeah, my mental health was the worst it could have been in quarantine, so I could really use the therapy.
did you
So
find
I'm glad
anything?
that you found something.
No, of
Or
course
someone.
not.
See, that's where rock 1 is, that's rock 2. Rock 3 should be back here.
A rock.
I don't know, worship the rock?
But it's a rock.
Gods live in the rocks too, you know.
A rather Japanese way of thinking.
Just
It's like a
try
friend,
it.
but expensive.
If you insist.
Yeah, I find that's a bit of an issue with therapy. Sometimes it's expensive. Like I used to have a therapist,
How
but my
was it?
insurance doesn't
You've cleared
cover
your
it
head, right?
anymore.
Yes.
So
I now feel a sense of
that's really
emptiness.
like what's holding me back.
This was a waste of time.
Because it's like
I do not want to hear that from
therapy
you.
should not like be so expensive. It's just talking to somebody. I don't get how that could cost so much.
A rock. This is a simple rock, but
Is there any kind of pattern?
no, there does not appear to be.
See, we have to shake something.
A rock. A rock.
Maybe check this one?
This is a simple rock.
Is there any kind of pattern?
No, there does.
Hmm.
A hole.
Stick the hand in the tree.
I'm not going to be eaten or anything, right?
Had a good cry once during therapy. Felt like a whole spoopy lad later.
Whoa!
Well, that's nice. That's always the best kind of feeling when you see a therapist, because like you find that therapist that you just click
I
with.
fell, but
It's the best.
I am still in the forest.
It's darker than before.
What? Is someone there?
Hey!
That voice is.
Find out where that voice is coming from.
Well, I should probably follow the line of lights. I feel like that would help us here. Oh no, that's just where the tree is. There is something over there, though.
What?
Renju? What's he doing here?
Renju Okiura.
Talk to Renju?
Renju, what are you doing in a place like this?
He won't answer.
Not in a place like this, at least.
Hmm.
Renju.
Flirt with him? Hit him?
This is for neglecting your responsibility to Mizuki, you coward! No use. I can't hit him.
This Renju is still a teenager. He wouldn't know Mizuki yet.
Maybe keep following the path?
3 minutes, Date.
A pollen tree too. Oh wait, no, that's where we came out of. This is very weird. You know what? We're gonna start from lock 1 so we can have more time to work with. Pixel Crown, you drop this. No. That belongs to you, King.
A hole
But
in
I
the
have the
tree.
best
I may be
sleeps.
able to fit inside.
I can totally understand the whole, like, having to fix the sleep schedule thing. I gotta start doing that.
I am not going to be eaten or anything, right?
Makes 2 crowns. I mean, I guess that's one way to solve the problem.
5 minutes left, Date.
What?
Night Ghost. We shall all be kings.
Renju. He looks young, but this is definitely Renju Okiura as he appeared approximately 20 years ago.
That's a long time ago.
Let's see, let's check out this hole in the tree.
A hole in the tree. It looks about as big around as a soccer ball.
Stick hand in again?
I am not going to be sucked in, am I?
That's strange. It should have worked.
Did you want to see me get sucked in?
Yeah?
A hole in...
4 minutes.
I don't know, peek inside?
I cannot see anything.
Anything else?
I do not see anywhere that air could be flowing from.
I feel like this hole in the tree
A
is
hole
important.
in the tree.
I don't know, scream.
The Emperor is naked!
Okay. What about the Empress, though?
The Empress is naked!
Sounds like my kind of empire. Let's move there. I don't see anything.
Nor do I.
That should be the last option. That's just, why would you tackle the tree?
Understood. I will do my best.
Oh! Well, there we go.
This is a picture of Hitomi, Renju, and Monica.
Everyone is so young. Hold on to that.
Wait, what if we bring this to Renju? Show the picture.
Renju, look at this. Wait!
Bye!
Renju, stop!
Oh, apparently that's what we had to do. Oh, shook Renju. Like, metaphorically with the picture.
3 minutes, Date.
Oh, a hole.
What is this hole? It wasn't here earlier. Really?
Yeah, go ahead.
Understood. Huh.
Your ankle should have shattered.
It's even more difficult to see now. Another voice? Monica!
Oh, that's
Hitomi's
Hitomi.
voice.
Where is she? Look for her.
Okay. Hole in tree 3 and a few rocks. I wish it showed what direction we were looking in. That'd probably help us. See, that's hole in tree 3, so let's go over there.
Another hole in a tree. About as big as a capybara, I estimate.
Those are pretty big.
Tackle the tree again?
Leave it to me. I will break it down. Date, perhaps we should pursue a more peaceful route.
Yeah, I agree.
A hole. What is this? A web of some kind?
Well, it would have to be a spider web.
I have web on my face. A hole.
Scream again?
Hitomi! Date likes Hitomi!
Hey, what are you trying to say? Hitomi won't remember this sink. But still.
Hitomi stopped.
Oh, there she is. Where is she?
You have less than 2 minutes, Date. Hurry.
Let's see, we're at tree. Tommy's over there by rock 1. Which is right over here.
That's Hitomi. Hitomi Sagan. Like Renju, this must have been approximately 20 years ago.
Something must have happened around that time.
That's Hitomi.
Talk to her?
Hitomi, what are you doing here?
Guess she can't hear you. She looks like she's looking for something.
Could she be finding? Or what could she be trying to find? Let's see. Well, there is a rock all the way over here.
You have 1 minute left.
A rock. This is a simple.
Is there any kind of
No. A rock.
I don't know, kick it? Probably gonna
Understood.
hurt.
My foot hurts.
I see.
My foot hurts.
Sorry.
Rock 2 is right there. That's gotta be Rock 3. We don't have much time, so we're probably gonna have to restart again. But if we can at least figure something out.
A rock. Understand.
Gotta find something. Are we sure there's nothing about the hole in tree?
A hole.
Stick-handed.
I won't.
There is something.
A cord bracelet.
Might be important.
Alright, so we're gonna try from lock 2. Because now we know exactly what to do.
3 minutes, Date.
Alright, hole in tree 3. Or, gotta jump down hole 1. Alright. Hole in tree 3.
Those are pretty.
I already did peek inside.
A hole.
Tackle.
A hole.
You have less than 2 minutes,
Scream.
Date. Hurry.
A hole in.
Stick-handed. Now we give this to Hitomi. We're really gonna be cutting it close. Hello, it's me, Ira. Why, hello there.
That's Hitomi. Do you remember this?
Bye.
Follow her.
On it.
Alright, all that's left is mental walk number 4. Alright, we're gonna be cutting it close, so this has gotta be,
large
like,
hole.
perfect. Okay, we have 30
If
seconds
there's
left. This
nothing
has
left
to be
to do.
perfect. Hello, it's me,
Yeah.
Ben. Ah, either way, hello to the two of yous.
Date, what is going on?
I don't know. It's pitch black. I can't see anything.
I see. Then it is not me malfunctioning.
Can you feel your way around?
I can try.
You're echoing a bit? Oh, it's a meme. Gotcha.
Date, you've got less than 30 seconds.
Can there not be so much shit in my way? Alright, here we go.
A licorice flower.
We have, like, one option. Grab?
I feel a little awkward, but... It's useless. The roots must be strong. It won't budge.
What are your thoughts on the events happening right now? It's really hard to see anything.
Time's up.
A licorice...
Worship? And it's over.
Date, we can't! Time is up!
Damn it! Is it over?
Alright. gonna restart the Somnium, because now we know exactly what to do. You suck at this game. Yeah, fuck you. Alright.
A flat.
You mic at this suck? Big if true.
A whole.
Alright, now Renju. Who is right there. Although we gotta go to the hole in the tree. What do you think of story things? I don't know.
A whole.
It exists, I suppose. What happened to the first bit of the stream that Ira and I missed? What did happen? Oh, we found out, what was it? We found out what happens when you're in Somnium for more than 6 minutes. We learned about, like, how it kind of swaps bodies. And how that was, like, a well-kept secret. And we found out that the body that was inside of the engine of the forklift wasn't actually Iris, it was somebody else. I'm forgetting the name, but like, we know that Iris is potentially still alive. This is the Hitomi route, for those who don't know. It was Wario, of course. Where the fuck is Renju?
Right. What?
It's not the Hitomi route. I don't know what it's called. That's just what I've been calling it. It's not the Wario route.
Another.
Those are pretty big.
I have a weird obsession with Wario. Oh, shit. That was the wrong option. We had to do the Scream option. And then Hitomi is...
A whole.
Stick-handed. It's the dance number route. What does this look like? Balan Wonderworld?
That's it.
So you think it looks like Balan Wonderworld? That's honestly like an insult to this game.
A lot.
Any predictions as to what's really going on? Not really. I feel like you ask me this every single time when hardly any progress has been made. Thanks, Ben. Or Ira, or whoever talked through Ben's account. Yeah, you almost have all the pieces of the puzzle to put it all together, yeah.
A Lycoris flower. That is a cluster amaryllis, also known as a Lycoris. I have no doubt. These flowers are poisonous, sometimes known as death flowers. In the
I'm
language
fat,
of
by the way?
flowers,
No, you're not.
It means passion,
The real
Reunion
Ira wouldn't give
and
back
sad
their
memories.
password.
A
No,
Lycanthus
y'all
flower.
are weird. Dig up. Another hole.
A large.
Oh, this is getting pretty
We've
holy.
come this far.
They gave me access to the Twitch account to get you another viewer while they're on trip. I still feel like that's not something Ira would do. I think you and Ben just switched phones or something.
That is.
That's Renju and Hitomi. They tried to bury... what's-her-face? I forget her name. Monica. That's the name. That's No, that's not MoMA. Donkeys. Why'd you start streaming at 6:30 today? Because I felt like it. For those who don't get it, Ben and Sword are currently traveling across the country because they got cheap train tickets as part of like a... because like prices were really low, so they're currently on like the West Coast right now. Or not West Coast, I forget where the hell you guys are.
Hitomi, I think I know what happened 18 years ago. You three were close. You, Monica, and Renju. Monica was murdered. You and Renju found the body in the
Landerpool
mountains,
Bells?
and you brought
Where
it
the
back to
hell
the
even
cold
is
storage
that?
warehouse. And my guess is so Sejima killed Monica. I've seen inside his head before, using this machine.
Oh, it's in Wales.
I see. If you know that much, then there's no point in hiding it anymore. I'll
Wait,
tell
you're
you the
not
truth.
there! That took me a second. You know, I feel like a train going from here to, like, going from here to across the lake, I feel like that's a feasible thing that could exist, but they won't do it. Do you think Sejima killed Monica or no? Well, we're about to find out. Wait.
Wait, you're going to see So?
Yes. I want to talk to him in person.
No, you can't.
What if that's So's
Why
child?
not? Are you worried about my body? You don't have to worry about that. I'm totally fine.
But your stomach is still...
Oh, my doctor told me that's normal. Your stomach doesn't go down right away after giving birth.
I'm not worried about your body. I don't know how to explain it. So doesn't care about you. And especially not your child.
I haven't told him about giving birth. He contacted me for the first time in a while.
So that's why.
He wants to know about the baby.
Yep, that's So's child.
He must be panicking. If anyone ever finds out his mistress had his baby, his political career would be over.
It's not like it was an affair.
His wife passed away after giving birth to his son, right?
It would still be a big scandal. He impregnated a girl who just graduated high school. Don't you see how that looks? He knew how the public would take it. That's why he gave you the money to deal with it. There's no way he'll accept that child.
It's okay. I
told him that I won't cause any trouble. But could you take care of the baby? Just for a little bit? I'll be right back.
Okay, it was 100% Sejima.
Fine.
It was definitely Sejima.
But take this with you, just in case. It's a GPS transmitter. Just to be extra safe.
I really don't think I'll need it. But okay, if it'll make you feel better.
Yeah, it had to have been Sejima. I can't see this ending any other way. But I've been wrong before.
I don't know what Monica saw in So. She said he was kind and loyal, that he wanted to change Japan, but I didn't understand any of it. We tried to convince her to break up with him so many times. She never listened, and it ended in tragedy. What happened next, you already know. Neither Renju or I saw it happen, so I don't know how much of this is accurate, but we could guess what happened.
Oh! The Blue Man Group does strike again. About Monica's killer.
Date, you said that Monica was killed by So, right? But that's not true. Monica was killed by Saito Sejima,
Okay,
the
so
son of So and his late
A
wife.
Sejima killed her, so I was like half right.
Saito was 12 at the time.
12?
Yes,
But why would a little boy do that?
I don't know. I can't imagine.
I know who the killer is. I know who killed Monica. It was number 89. Number 89's real name is Saito Sejima.
So contacted his friend, the chairman of the Kumakuras. He asked him to dispose of the body and left the scene with Saito.
Game just said who did it.
18
Yes,
years
but
ago. That means the chairman was Rohan, not Moma.
how do I put it?
Rohan went to the
The
scene of the
information
crime?
confirms it
Yes,
further.
with some of his men.
I'm saying that number 89 and Saito Sejima are the same person. Because there was a detail in the game that said number 89 took his first life at 12 years old. It was Monica. Like, this is undoubtedly the same person.
He told her to move overseas. He said he'd pay for everything. Renju told me.
But you said he wasn't there.
He heard some of this from the Kumakuras. Renju had connections with them.
How did the Kumakuras know?
So told them. Again, neither Renju or I saw this. We were just waiting at my house for Monica to return. But she never came back. We tried to call her cell, but it didn't connect. But then, we saw movement on the GPS.
The GPS Renju gave to Monica?
Yes. At first, we thought she was on her way home. But we saw the GPS getting further and further away from the city. Renju and I got nervous, and we decided to follow it.
What about the baby?
We couldn't take the baby with us, so Renju gave the baby to the mob doctor he trusted.
This is heartbreaking.
Those are Kumakura men.
That's Rohan right
We
there.
didn't dare move. We couldn't speak. We were barely breathing. We could only watch as it all unfolded.
Yep,
I
that's
knew what
Monica's
the
body.
hell was for, but I couldn't move. Couldn't do anything. I remember my heart beating so fast. Before long.
We good here?
Yeah. Cover her.
Just a minute.
Oh, that's right.
Beautiful.
That's right, Rohan had a satisfaction for eyeballs of deceased women, specifically.
The Kumakura people covered Monika's body, then left. Renju and I ran over and dug up the grave with a tree branch. What we saw.
I doubt he does that, but at this point, this game likes to throw so many curveballs that it wouldn't be off-brand.
Monica! Monica!
Y'all are messed up, describing eyeballs like egg yolks. What the hell's wrong with you people?
We need to call the police.
No, we can't. Not yet.
Why not?
You don't know who those guys are. They would do anything to keep this hidden. I've seen it happen myself. I know what they're capable of. Anyway, think about it. Why would they do this? They thought Monica and her baby were going to be trouble. Monica's stomach was still pretty big. I don't think they know that she gave birth already. What do you think they'd do if they found out? They would take her and kill her too. And then, they'd come for us. They'd make it look like we disappeared. All of us would be gone.
Renju convinced me. He knew more about the dirty underbelly of society than anyone. He knew when something couldn't be handled by the police. He said that they would do anything to kill the child. And I believed him. We had to protect Monica's baby. We had to, no matter what.
Okay, I understand.
I decided to trust him. We couldn't leave Monica's body in the forest. We
And
cleaned
that's
her up
where the cold storage warehouse
and took her
comes
to
in.
the cold storage warehouse.
This warehouse is owned by Okiura Fishery. My father runs it. But it's not in use right now. They're moving operations to a better area. They're actually looking for buyers right now. But don't worry, I'll take over the warehouse.
Are you sure?
Yes. Don't worry. I'll keep everyone out. Everyone but you, of course. I'll give you a key. You can come visit any time you want to see Monica.
Monica, don't worry about the baby. I'll protect her, no matter what. And don't worry about them, either. The people who did this to you, I will never forgive them. I'm sorry, Monica. Sorry. I'm sorry. Monica.
Did you get the birth certificate?
The mob doctor took care of everything. I have the birth certificate, and I even picked up a mother and baby book. It wasn't cheap, but you don't have to worry about it. Just submit the birth certificate, and everything will be taken care of. You look worried.
Oh, who would it be?
I'm somehow betraying Monica. She was the one who gave birth.
Soon, you won't even be able to think about that. Because a war is about to begin.
A war?
Between you and the baby. You won't get a good night's sleep for a long time. You might even start to resent Monica for all this.
Really?
Anyway, as soon as you submit the certificate, you will officially be her mother. Be sure to raise her responsibly. I'll help. Occasionally.
Occasionally, huh?
What should we name the baby?
I was thinking about her name. How about Iris?
Iris?
The goddess of rainbows in Greek mythology?
And there it is.
And the colored part of your eye.
And the flower, too.
How about Ota? How about
Right.
fuck you?
I thought it might have something to do with your name, Hitomi.
Not only that, it's also for Monica's name. The kanji for Monica uses the character for love. And Monica reminds me of Manako, Japanese for eye.
So both names have something to do with the eye.
And I, which means love, will always be a part of Iris.
So that's how you came up with the name?
Don't you think it's nice?
Iris. Iris. Yeah, I really like it.
About Monica's killer.
I don't really want to discuss this, but there's something you need to know. After talking to the Kumakura gang, I found out who killed Monica.
Saito
So's son,
Sejima.
Saito Sejima.
How? Saito was only...
12 years old.
Why? Why would a little boy do that?
Names beginning with IR
don't know
are
the
objectively
motive,
the best
but I
names that the
know it's
best
true.
people have.
So
Yeah, I
was
have a
his
hard time
connections with the
believing that
Kumakuras
considering
to
your name
cover
is
up for his
Ira,
son.
which fits that criteria.
And all of the evidence of this scandal, of course.
That's just a blatant lie.
I'll never forgive them. So, his son, or the Kumakuras.
I feel the same way. But you can't think about revenge now. You and the baby can't lead a life like that. Just bear with it for now. The opportunity will come. So wait until the right moment. Okay?
And so my life with Iris began. Raising a child was much harder than I expected. Waking up in the middle of the night to change diapers or feed her. Iris wasn't a good sleeper. I had to sing her lullabies to put her to sleep. And I always needed to put her to bed so carefully. It would only take 10 seconds before she'd start crying again. So I had to pick her up, sing her another lullaby, then put her back to bed. After doing this over and over, before I knew it, the morning sun would creep in through the windows. But even with all of that,
I can relate to that all too well.
My hatred for those responsible never went away. But my hands were full, raising Iris. I devoted myself to her. I never thought about anything else. Eventually, my desire for revenge just faded away.
I'm Ben. I'm being What? No, you're not. You are neither of those. Michael was also a very loud and annoying baby. Unironically, yes. I was very loud. I screamed a lot. I woke up the nursery at the hospital I was born in.
Milky Moon again. Mommy, you are so good at dancing. Mommy, pancakes are done. Sorry, I burned it a little.
You little shit, burning my pancakes.
Mommy, why can't I dance at the stores? I can't help it. My body dances on its own.
You still do? I like to think I'm a little more mellow.
Mommy, don't more people come to barbecues? How come it's always you and me? Hey, Mommy. How long will it take my bone to get better? I want to dance again with everybody. Hey, Mommy, do you like my shirt?
No.
Look, we're matching. Mommy, thank you for everything. I love you more than anything in the whole wide world. Mommy, look.
Oh, there's the drawing.
I drew it.
The Okonomiyaki War, huh?
That was so fun. We should do it again.
The food or the food fight?
Both.
I'm gonna have to say no to the latter, sweetie. It took forever to clean.
But Uncle said he wants to do it again too. Hey, Mommy.
Yes?
Are you gonna marry him?
What are you talking about?
As long as it's Uncle, I'm all for it. I say go for it.
Oh, innocent
I
child.
would always question myself. Could I keep living a lie? I had promised
Yes.
Monica that I would avenge her. But I couldn't work up the courage. And maybe Renju was exaggerating, but there's no statute of limitations for murder in Japan. If we showed Monika's body to the police, so would be punished by the law. And the Tsujima's and Kumakura's crimes would be uncovered. But that would mean Iris's secret would be uncovered as well.
She would not be able to
That's what I
handle
was
that.
really worried about. I didn't want Iris to know that So was her father. And even more than that, I didn't want her to know that I'm not her real mother.
Oh, that's
the
why
real
So
reason
appeared
I've been
in
silent
Iris'
for 18
Somnium.
years.
That just
I
clicked
didn't
with
want
me.
to lose Iris, but fate can be cruel. God used other means to take Iris from me.
The brain tumor, huh? Why would you still wear your headphones
Iris
in
suddenly
the
collapsed.
hospital?
It was caused by a malignant tumor in her brain. There's nothing we can do. She only has a year to live at most. That's what the doctor said. If you remember me telling you. But what I didn't tell you is that there was an experimental new treatment. It was.
Some of the cutting-edge nanomachines can even go inside your body and cure illnesses. They can even cure cancer. And they go beep, beep, beep. That's what Mom said.
That's how she knows about those.
Nanomachines. Nanomachines could remove the tumor, but the procedure would be so expensive. With my salary, it wasn't something I could afford. I thought hard about it, about how I could get my hands on that kind of money, but I couldn't think of a solution. Time passed. Before I knew it, it was November. Iris's symptoms worsened. Her time was running out. I was starting to panic. I couldn't sit here and waste time while Iris... In any case, I had to get the money before it was too late. So I thought of a plan. A plan to blackmail Sosajima.
Oh, blackmail, the quickest form of profit. Don't use that as real advice. I don't know, I'm not your dad.
2 days ago, on Saturday night, I called So and invited him to come to the warehouse.
That's why he was at the warehouse.
After I hinted at what happened 18 years ago, I had prepared everything, hiding behind the forklift until So came. When he finally arrived, he walked over to the workbench where I had laid Monika's body. He lifted the cloth and looked down. He whimpered and stumbled back. Even he was fazed, seeing a body he thought he got rid of 18 years ago. Not to mention it was the body of a woman he was in a relationship with. A woman his own son
Too late,
killed.
already blackmailed you.
He reacted exactly as I expected he would. I had prepared a recording and sent it to his phone.
I know what happened 18 years ago. Everything.
That was Hitomi on the phone.
And I know she had a baby inside her. You can probably guess what I'm going to say next.
Oh wait, never mind.
To pay for my silence. I will tell you the exact amount.
Oh, I think Sag is with the capital S, Ben, for FFZ.
Not Saito, not the Kumakuras. If you do anything even remotely suspect, I will go to the press with the truth. Understand?
I told him to keep quiet and cut ties with the Kumakuras. Even if he found out who I was, without the Kumakura gang, he had no power over me. And there's no way he'd risk his political career, not to go after me. I saw So put his phone back into his pocket and run out of the warehouse. I came out of my hiding place to put Monika's body back, but then something unexpected happened.
I don't know what that means. Well, when you're using Sag, that's an emoji for FFZ, which is Franker Face Z.
I saw you.
It's an extension that lets you use those kinds of special emotes.
And when you were done
and to use
around,
Sag, it's with a capital S to make it work. FFZ is like an extension for your browser. I recommend it. It gives a lot of quality of life improvements to Twitch.
Iris.
I was losing consciousness. My head felt fuzzy. I couldn't gather my thoughts. I didn't know what to say. Instead, Aiba did the talking.
Iris is not Hitomi's daughter. But Iris's father is Sosajima. Her mother, Monika Iwai, was killed 18 years ago by So's son, Saito. However, Hitomi raised Iris since she was a baby. Hitomi showed unwavering love and compassion for her. just as much as her biological mother would have, if not more. Iris's tumor was discovered in January of this year. The only possible treatment was experimental nanotechnology. However, that treatment is restrictively expensive. Hitomi devised a plan to blackmail Sosajima for the money. The best way to establish the blackmail was to show him proof directly. That is why Hitomi created the scene with the corpse. She was the one who called So to the warehouse. On Sunday night, what Date saw was what Hitomi had prepared for So. That is the summary of what we have learned so far. But there are some things I have yet to understand. Date, pull yourself together. Ask her questions. Date, snap out of it!
I heard Aiba call for me and came to. Why did Rohan remove Monika's eye? Which I'm pretty sure we all know at this point. Rohan had a fascination for taking the eyes of deceased women in particular.
I'm sorry. I have no idea.
Did you tell Renju about blackmailing So?
No, I did not. All of this was my idea.
Continuing Sunday's events.
I probably don't have to ask, but let me just be sure. After I left the warehouse, what did you do?
I put Monika's body back onto the hood of the forklift. Then, I left.
Makes sense.
That's why the police didn't see the body when they arrived on the scene. It makes perfect sense now that I have the facts. Iris did not resurrect. You simply mistook Monika for Iris.
I mean, anybody would have. I mean, look at them. They look almost like carbon copies.
Those were the events at the warehouse Sunday night. Simple. There are still a few loose ends, but I believe I understand what occurred 18 years ago. However, none of this ties directly back to Shoko Nadami. Her murder was just 4 days ago. Is it connected? Or are these two separate cases?
I think they're separate cases.
It would be with Renju and So. We can think about it later. More importantly,
I headed for the exit.
Wait. Where are you going?
to look for Iris, of course.
But you have no idea where she is, right?
Do you know something?
Yes.
How do you know where Iris is?
At around 4 o'clock today, I received a phone call. I don't know who it was. They were using a voice modulator.
What did they say?
I have your daughter. Don't call the police or she dies. That's why I didn't tell you earlier.
Renju.
We don't know that for certain. It could be number 89.
It most certainly is.
Either way,
I'm willing to bet.
Iris is in danger right now.
The voice asked for something else. He told me to go to a specified location with you.
With me?
Yes.
The culprit knows me? It must be Renju. What location?
I'm sorry, but this stops now.
Oh? Oh my god, boss was shot.
Run!
Boss!
Please, do not worry. I merely put her to sleep.
Don't worry, you have a gun pointed at me.
My orders! They told us to halt our investigation. The boss was already going against orders as it is, which is why...
Investigation? What investigation? Shoko or Iris?
Neither. The investigation of Monika's murder.
He's working for So, isn't he?
But her case is all but completely solved.
Yes, but only to us, right? If we say nothing, then her investigation is ongoing.
So Tsujima. So threatened us, didn't he?
I don't know. But you've been stripped of your authority on this investigation. As of 5 minutes ago. In fact, you are to be placed under house arrest. What will you do, Date? I suggest you comply.
Iva, can you turn the power off?
Easily.
Alright, get ready. 3, 2, 1.
Did he just kill him?
Now tell me, where is the location?
I can't tell you.
Why not?
If I told you, you'd go alone, wouldn't you? But if I don't go with you...
Alright, take me there.
Did he just kill Pyotr? Like, are we just gonna ignore that? Like, this dude actually just snapped the guy's neck and just stuffed him in a locker. The abandoned factory again.
I know this place.
It's the chemical plant that closed 8 years ago.
I knew that. How did I know that? The corners of my mind were aching.
Date, I'm sorry, but this is going to be bad.
What happened?
Someone has begun to access my stored memory. They are attempting to wipe all the data. Everything I have accumulated over the last 5 years, including backups.
Pewter. Is Pewter doing this?
Almost definitely.
But he's
He
dead.
does have admin rights. I summoned some ice, but that will only buy time. I have 4 hours at the most. After my ice is broken, Peter will be able to access Watch It, my core programming. He will be able to destroy my mind.
Why?
It must be related to the orders they are receiving from the top. The higher-ups clearly see you as a threat, Date. They are attempting to limit your power by removing me from the equation. I suppose their motivation hardly matters now. The most important thing now is finding Iris and bringing her to Abyss within 4 hours. Or else, I will cease to exist.
I mean, she judged us for, you know, all the porno mags, so, I mean, I think she could die.
Just...
Alright, now you know. So get moving. I'm counting on you, Date.
4 hours. It's fine. Should be plenty of time. I gripped my revolver and got moving.
I'll go in first. You wait here.
Okay,
that?
That's the prototype for the sync machine. Monika's body. Oh, it's Renju.
Renju?
And number 89 enters the equation. The case remains unsolved. And once again, we see this route locked. However, another route unlocks in its place. If I'm not mistaken, let's see. Yeah, so this is... Which route is this? I don't remember which one this is. That's, oh my god, what is this one? What is this one called? No, not Iris. This is not Iris's. This is where Hitomi and number 89 are found. So this might be 89? Oh, this is where Boss was the one that killed somebody. Either way. Okay, so yeah, that's the Ota route. Saying the name is a spoiler? I mean, we're playing through the game. But, either way. We have only one route to go. 2 routes total, but the second one is locked, so that gives us only one route to choose from. The plot thickens once again. I know I'm ending every episode by saying that, but truly, everything is starting to come together. We're getting more context for events that happened long ago that we didn't know of before. Pieces are starting to fit, and we're starting to see the full picture. Or so we think. If you have any guesses as to what happens, feel free to leave them in the comments down below. I can't promise I'll read them, because in the event that your comment is right, yeah. But if you want to discuss, I'm not against it. If you're watching this on YouTube after the fact, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to follow my Twitch channel in the description below so you can tune in when I'm live next, which is Wednesdays and Fridays at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you're watching in Twitch, shoutouts to my followers, lurkers, and subscribers. You're all wonderful. Don't subscribe, you better. Don't take chat's advice. You should definitely subscribe if you want to see stream VODs or other gaming content from me, and you should definitely follow on Twitch if you want to tune in when I am live, so you could talk about Somnium files and other things gaming with me. It's all coming together, faster than we thought. It won't be long before we finish this game, so I will see you guys in the next one.